know it's hard to come by those. So today I'm just going to use distilled water, or you can just use normal water, but I have distilled on hand because if you have to add water to your paste, if they get dried out, you use distilled. So I'm just going to spray a little bit of, let's take off that. I'm going to spray a little bit of distilled water, and then I have a little scraper. I'm going to work on scraping it. And let's wipe that some. And that got most of the paste up, but there's still a shadow, so I have one of the Chalk Couture border erasers, and we're just gonna wipe it all off with the rest of that, and that works pretty well. Let's wipe off the water, and you have a brand new board. Okay. Okay, now the transfer I'm using today is going to be this little hay pumpkin. And one thing you need to remember when you're using the board and base is your board or your base will cover a little bit of your board. So you want to make sure that you are going to place it high enough that none of it gets covered. So just remember that. And all you want to do is take the transfer and get a little bit of fuzz on it, just so it doesn't stick so well to the board that it won't come off. You're just going to do this a few times so it's not quite as sticky, and then once we're done, we're going to clean the transfer. Try not to stick it to itself, and you'll get some of this fuzz off as well when we clean it. So then you're going to take your board and place your transfer where you want it. And one thing you have to remember when you're working, I'm going to do multiple colors. And when you're working with multiple colors, you either have to work quick or you have to peel it back in between colors so that it doesn't dry and you peel up your paste. So we are going to start with the little pumpkin. And whatever you don't use, of your color, as long as you're not mixing your colors, you can put back in your paste. So I'm just going to show you when you are working with multiple colors, you're just going to peel it up, and it's best to have a hair dryer to dry it a little bit. So I'm just going to let it dry a little bit there. And this is the copper shimmer copper paste. Okay, and then you are going to put what is left to do back down. Got a little bit of paste where I didn't want it. Okay, and then do the rest. And like I said, whatever you don't use can be put back into the jar to be reused. Just be careful around your colors, not to mix them, because I mean you don't want shimmer copper in your white. Don't worry about any mess ups, we'll get that. Make sure you get even coverage. And then just peel it off. And there you go. Just wipe up the mess, and if you do it before it dries, it should clean up pretty easy. And there you go. How cute.